Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today I'll be doing a double reaction to Axel Rudi Pell. First we'll be listening to Your Life, Not Close Enough to Paradise, a bit of a long title, but that's okay. And then the second is Serenade of Darkness, Opus number 1 Adagio con Aggresso. I also think that's a very long title, but either way, I'm excited to check these out. I'm a big fan of Axel Rudi Pell and all that they do musically. I think their guitar work is the main focus, but their vocalists as well definitely deserve some of that spotlight. But either way, I'm excited to check these ones out. A big thank you to Tom, whose generous support made these reactions possible. And now, let's jump in. Your Life. It's a scary album cover.
I remember that the rain falls down.
It's a beautiful rock voice.
And it was cold in the heart of the town.
And just so I have my bearings straight, we started with a beautiful electric guitar, drums, and now we've transitioned to acoustic guitar and vocals.
I'm still searching for the meaning of life in a world of starry eyes. I want
And
you
some
back,
synthesizers.
back where you belong. I never felt love growing up so strong. Can you feel it? Feel it in your heart.
Oh, I love that line.
That nothing can tear us apart.
Oh, this song has so much potential.
Your life,
Whoa.
not close enough to bear.
Was that like a quad harmony with himself?
Your life,
It's like a choir showed up.
close enough to paradise. And your heart still cold as ice. Your life, not close enough to paradise. And your heart still cold as ice.
So close to paradise. See, lyrically, I could take it one of two ways. The first would be you're about to pass away and your heart is still frigid cold. You haven't learned to soften. And the other way is you're so cold, like now the actual place you're going to end up in the afterlife is a cold place. Let me see if I get the second part right.
And your heart still cold as ice.
Not close enough to paradise. Yeah. You have to soften to get there. It's like the inverse.
I feel so lonely and cold. With nothing in this world to hold. I try to stop crying all day. Now all I want is you.
Man, these
to
guitars, they get me every time.
Your life, not close enough to paradise. And your heart still cold as ice.
Yeah.
Your life, not close enough to paradise. And your heart still cold as ice.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, that pinch harmonic. Picked up out of nowhere. I swear, ARP just mixes and soundtracks. If you remove the guitar, those songs would be the perfect backing tracks for guitarists worldwide. Like, this is, like, the song itself has all the makings for a guitarist's playground. And I love how we actually get to hear what that creative output looks like with the guitarists going absolutely ham on this track. Love it. And something random, but it just occurred to me, is that the album cover here, at first I thought this was like a human stuck in a bunch of waves because of the blue hue. And so, like, you know, imagine like being trapped under the Atlantic, but it actually looks more like veins, like trapped underneath some kind of blue cosmic flesh. And this person is trying to escape. They are the eternal prisoner of this flesh coffin. Very scary. Oh yeah, sing it, brother, sing it. They sustained it there. Oh my God.
Such is life.
Jesus, Soto. I believe his last name is Soto. Unbelievable. You know, I was not expecting this song to end this way. And what I mean is I was not expecting this song to end on a vocal high note. Typically what I remember is that the electric guitar likes to, you know, close out the song, right? But in this song, the actual vocalist here, Soto, ascends and ascends and ascends, belts those high notes, and then in conjunction with that choir that now is singing even higher and is sustained longer, I just wasn't expecting that to be the outro. I was expecting the guitar to really like run amok. But interestingly enough, it was kind of the inverse here. The guitar ran amok in the middle, and then the vocal parts kind of took over. And you can still hear the main electric, like the lead guitar in the back, but it definitely takes a back seat to close out this track. Really like this one. This is a really cool sound, really deep meaning to this one. I mean, any album with the name Eternal Prisoner on it, you would expect to have a lot of deep meaning there. But, you know, as it relates to your life, not close enough to paradise, yeah, it's your life, and you can make your life on earth somewhat of a paradise. And if you're not doing that, you know, it's probably because your heart is cold in some kind of way. We're all guilty of this, and it's our we have to kind of put our best foot forward to drop a lot of those anxieties and egos and things that hold us back and prevent us from creating our own paradise on earth. And then presumably, depending on what you believe with your religion or spirituality, you know, there may be an afterlife where you need to have a warm heart to enter, right? If you had a cold heart, you're also probably further away from paradise because your actions on earth may dictate where you go for eternity. But those are just some random thoughts. That is a fun song for sure. Let's get into Serenade of Darkness. But first, if you enjoyed my reaction so far, hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to request one yourself, hit the link down below. And now it's time for Serenade of Darkness. This one is an instrumental, I believe. And Opus gives me classical feelings already, as does this delayed intro. Whoa, you guys need to listen to this with headphones, like my left headphone, then my right, then it keeps transitioning between the two. It's like one guitar here, one guitar here. Harmonic minor, I love it. Black Moon Pyramid. Oh. This is really ominous, I love it. Okay, higher. Whoa. Whoa. It's from the top rope. No biggie. It's insane. Just when the classical vibe hits, they give you the most soulful, melodic, shreddy guitar ever. Jesus. This is blistering. I just noticed in this album cover here, there's a skull, there's a face imprinted on this moon here. It's like a Death Star. And then you have like a little scary bat looking thing on the side of this pyramid. And then this like sarcophagus imprinted on the side of this black moon pyramid. Yeah, it's cool. This song rips your head off, I swear. Jesus Christ, dude. I love how the beat is just so steady. It's just holding this madness together. It feels a bit like Yngwie. Yngwie Malmsteen. And hints of Gary Moore. Bro. This is insane. That song is absolutely meant to fry your brain. My brain does feel fried at the end of Serenade of Darkness, Opus number 1, Adagio con aggresso. I do want to Google what that all means. Opus 1. Because when you listen to a lot of classical music and you read the titles of their tracks, opus always comes up. Opus number 1, Adagio con aggresso. And what does that mean? Oh, it's just going to tell me the meaning of the song. Well, why not? Let's look at that. Let's take a look at that article here. Okay, we can all read it. This is on Too Loud, Too Old Music. 1996, okay, a year before I was born. The Jeff Scott Soto series. That was his name, the singer in the first track, Jeff Scott Soto. Axel Rudi Pell had fallen in love with the idea of the pyramids. He had studied them immensely and was fascinated with the mystery behind them, so much so that he wanted to do a whole concept album on the pyramids, but in the end, thought better of it, and as a result, only a handful of songs actually have a pyramid theme. So the theme of that song was related to pyramids? Interesting. I like how that on the album, on the back of the album here, you have each of the members encapsulated by their own kind of pyramid. Opus number 1. I'm just looking at it on my screen. I don't know if you can see it that well. Opus number 1, Adagio con aggresso, and none of the other songs have any of this kind of naming here. So Return of the Pharaoh, that feels very pyramid-y. I mean, all of these songs in some respect feel like they could be pyramid related just based on the titles alone. Touch the Rainbow reminds me of the band Rainbow with Richie Blackmore. Wow. That song, man. It's cool to know that they write their music about interesting dark themes, and they don't have to be like real per se, right? Pyramids oftentimes, I mean, they exist in reality, but a lot of the darkness behind them are sort of rooted in fiction, and some of the curses of the pharaohs that you hear about historically, I never really looked into like the verity, like how real these claims were about like pyramids themselves being, you know, if like explorers entered them and like messed with the sarcophagi or took some of the, I guess, what would you call them, the loot from the pyramids, whether they would like acquire a curse and die. I don't know how real that is or not, but pyramids are cool nonetheless. I think Mr. Beast recently uploaded a video of him like living in a pyramid. I guess I'll go check that out after this. Although I don't really like Mr. Beast videos. He feels very, what's the word? He feels like an alien's idea of what a like human would be. He just doesn't feel very personable, I guess. And oftentimes too, in his videos, he plays like the role of like an asshole host. I don't know if you guys get that. These are all random tangents. Let's get back to the meat and potatoes of this video here. Axel Rudi Pell, man. Lyrically, phenomenal. They punch you in the gut with their guitar riffs and licks, and the moment the electric guitar popped into the Opus track is when it just fully took over. And that I'm still glad that in the first track that we listened to, Your Life, Not Close Enough to Paradise, that we had this focus on the vocals from Mr. Soto. There's so many levels to this band. I need to keep digging deeper. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction today. Subscribe if you did, and if you'd like to request one yourselves, hit the link down below. And as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and peace.